Good morning, 국제갤러리. In fact, I have the chance to be in the K1, what is a beautiful space divided in two, and I decided to use those two spaces to show two different parts of my work. One dedicated to my work around the Rose du Louvre, and the other one with glass bricks, what is a new project I designed during the lockdown in Paris. The Louvre invited me for a show to celebrate the 30th anniversary of the pyramid in 2019, and at this occasion I made a book about the secret meanings of flower in paintings, and from this book I did a series of paintings inspired by the Rose of Marie de Medicis in the Louvre, which is an amazing painting painted by Rubens to celebrate her wedding. And from this rose, what is a very symbolic rose of the museum, I made 6 paintings who are now permanently installed in the Cours Puget. And in the show here in Korea, I decided to continue this series of paintings. So you have the full series of all the paintings inspired by the Rose du Louvre. And it's huge paintings, same format at the Louvre, same series, all on gold leaves. Yes, I made 4 sculptures who are the continuity of the paintings. Usually I'm working like that. I'm making first watercolor and then paintings and then sculptures, and here you have the full process of my vision of those rows in paintings and also in volumes. And as you'll see, they are made with glass and mirror glass. So they reflect the full room and they reflect yourself also. It's a very lively series of sculptures, following the sculpture I did also around the idea of infinity and movement. And this fits very well with the calligraphy you have around, because you have this energy in the painting and the same energy in the sculptures. The first room dedicated to the precious stone walls is a very specific project I started to draw 8 months ago, when we were all in our house totally alone. And it's like a diary of drawings, playing with this idea of changing color and very minimalist language. And it was a very important period for me, because I came back to my first love in art, was minimalism, as Donald Judd or Carl André. And because when I was very young, I had the chance to be in a city where the museum was really totally dedicated to those artists from the 70s. And I saw those artists when I was very, very young, and it was really my first emotion in art, with those very minimal sculptures. So I came back to this first inspiration, first love of art, to draw this series. And I made this precious stone wall, not too big, but with a combination of color changing and talking to each other. Those sculptures are also like altar. They reflect the viewer, but they have also a reflection on the wall like flames. It's very contemplative sculpture, and I hope you will take the time to enter this rhythm you can feel in the show. And for that I did also a series of lithography from my drawings, so you see the process, how the process starts. In fact, in the center of this room, you have a new piece called Stair of Paradise, which is for me a way to show architecture and utopic architecture are important in my work today. You may know the big wave I did some years ago was a real architecture, but at the same time a piece will evoke nature and beauty, but also power of nature. And the idea of Stair to Paradise is more to bring a message of hope and joy, and saying, okay, let's reborn again and make a new vision for the new century, and also a way to escape this type of moment we are all facing during COVID, what is very stressful, and I think the power of art is also to invite us to escape to reality.